What is going on, everybody? It's a sports expert back again, and we are going to be live for the more MLB baseball. Tonight, once again, we have the Chicago White Sox at the Cleveland Guardians as they are playing a second game of a three-game series in Progressive Field, as the Guardians took the opener yesterday by a score of 1-0 in the bottom of the 10th inning. Or not the 10th inning, the bottom of the 9th inning. My fault. So the pitching matchup today will be Sean Burke versus Logan Allen. And then what's going on, Daniel? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. Go Guardians, yes, sir. So the pitching matchup today will be Sean Burke, the opening day starter for the White Sox, versus Logan Allen, left-hander for the Guardians. Burke is 1-1 with a 5.23 ERA this season with 4 strikeouts, and Logan Allen is 0-1 this season with a 6.75 ERA with 1 strikeout. The White Sox, their lineup, as people come into the stream, I'll go and say the lineup. That's good to hear. For the White Sox, it'll be Luis Robert leading off in center, Andrew Vaughn at first, Austin Slater at DH, Miguel Vargas at third, Lenine Souza at second, Corey Lee catching, Michael Taylor at left, Jacob Amaya at short, and Mike Tauchman in right. So definitely a much better lineup than yesterday for the White Sox, in my opinion. And I do believe they'll hit left-handed pitching much better than right-handed pitching. So we'll see how the Guardians do with that. And then for the Guardians, it'll be Steven Kwan in left, Jose Ramirez in third, Carlos Santana at first, Kyle Manzardo DHing, Jhonkensy Noel in right, Nolan Jones in center. That's interesting. Gabriel Arias at short, Daniel Schneemann at second, and Austin Hedges doing the catching. So that's what we got on the plate today, folks.
80% or 90%. He'll be taking a nap.
I mean, wow.
All right, we're getting ready for baseball.
If that's the crowd for the game, then yikes.
For the Guardians against Chicago.
That can't be real. There's no way. It's like an A's crowd. There's no way that's the crowd for the Guardians White Sox tonight. I hope that's not going to be a crowd for tonight. Yeah, what's going on, Jacob? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. We're still waiting for some more people to join, but we'll be fine. Yeah, what a W, Jacob. We needed it. We got it. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. Helps our stream in the algorithm. Well, yeah. We're just waiting for the game to start. I got to reset my scoreboard. My fault. I only have to change the White Sox because I got 0 runs yesterday. Not seeing Skeens pitch, unfortunately. Who are you seeing pitch? Got 4 people waiting for the game to start. Really appreciate you guys sticking around. Hoping for a good baseball game. Much better, hoping for much better quality than yesterday's crap show. So back in the win column for the Rangers. There we go, Karam. How we doing? Appreciate you joining. Seager 2 bombs. Mitch Keller versus Logan Allen. Mitch Keller's not bad. Seager might be a big year for him. He needs it. There's Logan Allen, 5 1/3 innings, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and an opponent average of 4.12, 6.75 ERA, 0-1 with 1 start. Pat's got going today. There we go. Logan Allen had a tough start versus the Padres. Not too shocked he got shelled. So hopefully some of the people that joined the stream yesterday join again today. That'd be awesome. So Just waiting. It'll be Robert, Vaughn, and Slater hitting for the White Sox in the first inning. Here's Luis Robert at the plate. Here we go. Here's the first offering from Logan Allen to Robert. Inside, ball one. Can Big Christmas go off tonight? Maybe. Here's the 1-0 from Allen to Robert. That's a grounder to the second baseman. Schneemann throws the first. Got him. That'll be the first out of the inning. What an absolute fall Luis Robert has had. I mean, holy cow. I mean, he had a terrible year last year. He has no protection in line. Man. It'll be Andrew Vaughn coming up to the plate. Your friend went to the game yesterday? Nice. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. It's a pitch up high, 1-0. So it'll be a 1-0 to Andrew Vaughn. Here's the pitch. I don't have any update on Lane Thomas. I know the x-rays were negative yesterday, but that's it. That pitch is outside to Vaughn, 2-0. So it'll be a 2-0 from Allen to Vaughn. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering from Logan Allen to Andrew Vaughn. He goes pretty quick. Swinging a fly ball. That is deep, and it is a foul ball. 2-2. You just got a bit in front of it. Yeah. I would say so too. Thank gosh the x-rays were negative. So it'll be a 2-2 from Logan Allen to Andrew Vaughn. Here's the offering. Outside 3-2. It'll be a 3-2 from Allen to Vaughn. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a foul. Count stays full. We'll do it again with the payoff pitch. It'll be a 3-2 to the number 2 hitter, Andrew Vaughn, hitting 147 on the year. Here's the pitch, down low, ball 4. So runner on first, 1 down. Here comes Austin Slater to the plate. He's a lefty killer. Here's the pitch. He's going to try to bunt. He shows bunt, but pulls back 1-0. I almost got freaked out. The MLB TV blacked out the Rangers when I'm in Cabo. Yeah. Wi-Fi let me watch good. It'll be a 1-0 to Slater. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to Ramirez, and he can't make the play. It's going to be runners on first and second with 1 out. Jose Ramirez has had a tough start to the season defensively. That should have been an easy inning double play, and it ends up being no outs. That'll go down as an error. Here's Miguel Vargas at the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Vargas. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-0. So it'll be a 2-0 to Vargas. In there for a strike, called a ball. Unbelievable 3-0. So it'll be a 3-0 from Allen to Vargas on a pitch that was clearly a strike. In there for a strike, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 offering. It's a foul ball, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 to Vargas. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball into the infield. Rocchio not Rocchio, but Arias is actually the shortstop today. Agenda. And that'll be the second out of the inning as he makes the play. So runners on first and second, 2 down for the Chicago White Sox. It'll be Lenine Souza at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Souza. Swinging a foul, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 from Allen to Souza. Going to be my first Guardians road game. There we go, Jacob. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-2. Mr. Ben Verlander. What about Ben Verlander? Here's the 1-2 to Lenine Souza. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive base hit into center that's going to score a run. I have no idea how he hit that baseball. That was on the ground. So runners on first and second, 2 down, and the White Sox will go up 1-0 on a ball that was literally in the dirt. I have no idea how he hit that. Oh my goodness. That's insane. I mean, that was literally in the dirt, and he just hit it up the middle for a base hit. So they're going to take a 1-0 lead off the error of Ramirez. Here's the first pitch to Lee in there for a strike, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 from Logan Allen to Corey Lee. There we go, Crom. Not too bad. Guardians rotation sucks. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Our best pitcher right now is Ben Lively. Rangers, I think they should win the division. I don't love the Mariners or the Astros right now. Here's the pitch, the 1-1 to Corey Lee. It's going to be a ground ball foul. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to Arias. Arias to second makes the play. That'll be the third out of the inning. And the White Sox will go into the bottom of the first with a 1-0 lead after the error from Jose Ramirez. Guardians are like at the top of the MLB in errors right now. Yeah, I mean, Jacob, what do you mean at least we won yesterday? We can win today. We haven't even started hitting yet. And we're only got 1 run to the White Sox. Because of an error, too. It was not like they hit their way, like all the way. How is George Springer leading the MLB in batting average? Like, that brother was washed, like, the first half of the season. Now, somehow he's just found it. Like, he found it in the second half last year. He's found it again. We haven't scored yesterday. I know we didn't score yesterday, but, I mean, today's a new day, Jacob. I'm on the West Coast, yeah. The West Coast. Cabo, it's 319 in Cabo. Crom's making us all jealous because he's on vacation at Cabo, and I'm in freaking Kent, Ohio. Like, holy cow. So it'll be Quan, Ramirez, and Santana do at the plate. It'll be Sean Burke pitching. Stephen Kwan up at the plate now. Here's the first pitch from Burke to Kwan. Upstairs 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Sean Burke to Stephen Kwan. Here's the offering. Upstairs 2-0. It'll be a 2-0. Here's the pitch. Inside 3-0. Good eye by Stephen GX Kwan. Here's the 3-0 offering from Sean Burke to Stephen Kwan. 4-6 in 2 games back in the division. Yeah. Upstairs, ball 4. Rangers are 9-4. So runner on first, nobody out. Exactly, Crom. We just got to get it going. We just had a bad series against the Padres. The Angels beat us in a series too, but the Angels might be better this year. Also, Mike Trout absolutely owns Cleveland. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, dude. Here's Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs 1-0. Yeah. They are good. Here's the 1-0 to Ramirez. It was just a weird year last year for Texas. Here's the pitch. Inside 2-0. Burke is yet to throw a strike. Here's the 2-0. And a pickoff attempt. Kwan slides in safely at first. We got 9 people watching. Hit that like button if you guys have not, would appreciate it very much. It helps our streams in the algorithm. Here's the 2-0 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Outside 3-0. Wow. What's up with the White Sox and not being able to throw strikes? Yesterday late and now today with Sean Burke. It'll be a 3-0 to Ramirez. I'm assuming it's the green light here. Here's the pitch. Outside ball 4. Wow. Sean Burke has not found the zone yet. And we'll have a mound visit already. Here comes the pitching coach. Ethan Katz. Any relation to Andy Katz? I'm just kidding. Some college basketball. So here comes Carlos Santana at the plate. Here's the first offering from Burke to Santana. Down low, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Sean Burke to Carlos Santana. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. First strike of the game for Burke, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Santana. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Good breaking ball by Burke. Here's the 1-2 offering. And he pops it fair. No foul, but it's playable. That'll be the first out of the inning. Carlos Santana continues to be trash while Josh Naylor continues to be really good. Nice trade, Cleveland. Kyle Manzardo coming up to the plate with runners on first and second, 1 down. Here's the first pitch to Manzardo. Down low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Kyle Manzardo. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 offering to Manzardo. Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Kyle Manzardo. Fouls it back, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Here's the 2-2 once again. Swinging a fly ball, center field, Robert under it. He'll make the play. That'll be the second out of the inning, but Quan will get to third. We'll have runners on the corners with 2 down. It'll be John Kenzie Noel, Big Christmas up at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Burke to Noel. In there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Sean Burke to John Kenzie Noel. It's a grounder up the middle. It's going to get through. That's going to be a base hit. And Ramirez will get the third, and it's going to be an RBI single for Big Christmas. So the game is tied.
They had gone, 17 or 18 straight at bats. Brothers in scoring position. They didn't have a hit.
There we go.
Top of this one is Ramirez was running and gets into center field. So 2-out RBI single certainly helps.
So it'll be Nolan Jones coming up to the plate, center fielder today. Here's the first pitch from Burke to Jones. What's going on, Destroyer Bond? That pitch is inside, 1-0. Got a bet on the Guardians thinking winning it. I think you can, yeah. I mean, the White Sox aren't very good, so it'll be a 1-0 from Burke to Jones. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. The count is 1-1. You need this game? Yeah. Did you put a lot of buck on it? It'll be a 1-1 to Jones. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-1. And it's going to be a wild pitch. Ramirez slides in safely as he gets home on a wild pitch by Sean Burke. The Guardians will take a 2-1 lead, and Jhonkensy Noel will get to second base. There we go. What hustle from Jose. He saw that ball go, and he was off running. What a slide, too. Yeah, he's safe. I don't even think Burke tagged him. Need money line the route. Yeah, it's really hard, Garam. So runner on second, 2 down for the Guardians. Nolan Jones will see a 2-1 pitch here. Here's the 2-1 offering to Jones. It's a foul ball, and the count is 2-2. You're 7 for 10? Dang. Appreciate the 17 people watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We do a ton of MLB live streams. It'll be a 2-2 to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a high fastball, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. We will head to the top of the 2nd as the Guardians have a 2-1 lead now after a base hit from Jhonkensy Noel and a good hustle play by Jose Ramirez. It's really hard to know why. It's really hard, yeah. I used to play baseball. I was okay at it, but after like my freshman year, I hurt my shoulder and I was just never the same, so I stopped playing. We only got 2 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Would appreciate it. My goal is right now is 10 likes. Playing hurt my shoulder too. Yeah. That's a common theme for a lot of people. Yeah, we did score a couple runs, Jacob. I told you we'd get some runs. It's a new day. Mostly how, yeah. But for the White Sox, due up, it'll be Michael Taylor, Jacob Amaya, and Mike Tauchman. Why are they mad, Karam? I know you beat them, but, you know, yeah. I mean, the Thunder are going to be the #1 overall seed in the NBA. I mean, they're going to have home advantage in the finals, and I'd be shocked if they didn't make the finals. I mean, you could argue the Nuggets are the 2nd, 3rd best team in that division. They just fired their coach. Like, no. You got top teams in the West firing their coaches. That just shows you how weak it is. How weak it is compared to the Thunder. The Lakers are really the only team I can see beating the Thunder. I don't even think that's likely. Here's Michael Taylor at the plate for the White Sox. Yeah, destroyer bond. Shea is unbelievable. He's a generational offensive player. He's a really good defender. Here's the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. I mean, it's rare to have a guy that's so good on both sides of the ball. Like, he's a great defender and great offensive player. I mean, that is so rare. Here's the pitch. Popped foul, 0-2. I remember in the 2018 draft, I didn't want the Caps to draft Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I wasn't high on him. That was probably one of my worst evaluations ever, I'll say. It'll be an 0-2 to Michael Taylor from Logan Allen. Taylor takes a timeout. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Taylor. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. That pitch is down. And it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Allen to Taylor. Outside, the count is now 3-2. It'll be a payoff to Taylor. Logan Allen has absolutely lost his command in this at-bat out of nowhere. Here's the pitch. And he got him looking on a good breaking ball. And that'll be the first out of the inning. What a pitch by Logan Allen. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0 to Miguel, not a Miguel. Jacob Amaya. So it'll be a 1-0 to Amaya. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder to Arias. Arias to first. Makes the play. That'll be the second out of the inning as Amaya is retired. Coming up will be the number 9 hitter, Mike Talkman, who led off yesterday. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Talkman, Allen to Talkman. That pitch is also in there for a strike, 0-2. I think if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to be considered. Yeah, he's incredible. He's just special. Like, you don't see, if you see a player like really good offensively, there's a chance they could be good off defensively, but a lot of times not. That same thing goes for defense. A lot of really good defensive players, but not insanely skilled offensively. He's insanely skilled in both. Like, that's crazy. Even Jokic isn't insanely skilled on both sides. And that pitch is low, ball 1-2. I mean, if Jokic could play defense, the Nuggets would probably be in a similar position, but they're not because Jokic isn't a great defender. Here's the 1-2. That's flied into left. Quan under it. He'll make the play. That'll be the third out of the inning. As Talkman is retired, we'll head to the bottom of the second as the Guardians retain a 2-1 lead. For the Guardians, coming up to the plate will be Gabriel Arias, Mr. Agenda, Daniel Schneemann, and Austin Hedges. Yeah, Derrick Rose. And then he had his injury. I mean, that was brutal, bro. Just never was the same. So. If you guys have not, please hit the like button. Would appreciate it very much. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that notification bell as we do live streams on almost every day. I'll be able to do any this weekend though. I'll be at the Ohio State spring game and everything, but we're probably gonna do the game tomorrow too. So look out for that. So we're just waiting for a commercial break to end. All right, we're back from commercial break. It'll be Gabriel Arias up at the plate for the Cleveland Guardians. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 from Sean Burke to Gabriel Arias. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball, 0-2. Resting the guys. The Cavs are resting everybody pretty much tomorrow except Allen, DeAndre Hunter. Here's the pitch. Down low, Sting, Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and Struess. So it'll be a 1-2 from Burke to Arias. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. That's a nasty pitch from Burke. Goodness. That'll be the first out of the inning. That's what the White Sox like about him. He's got some good stuff, Burke. He was their opening day starter. He was a former third-round pick out of Maryland. He's got some talent there. We'll see what he can do in the course of the season, but yeah. It'll be Daniel Schneemann up the plate now for the Guardians. Here's the pitch. That's another really good breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Schneemann to Burke. They're not finest yet. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. We are about 17, 16 subscribers away from 4,800. Hopefully we can get to that milestone soon. Hopefully you guys can hit that subscribe button for us. And that pitch is called off by Schneemann. Exactly, Carl. The Cavs, they know they don't really care for the number one overall seed. They really just need one seed in the East. Here's the pitch. Cavs have been resting guys for like a month now. And that pitch is high, ball 1-1-2. That's why our record's been like 7-6 in the last 13. We've had a lot of guys in games here and there. Here's the 1-2. To Schneemann. Down low 2-2. I wouldn't be surprised if Donovan Mitchell was done playing the regular season. Let's see how many games he has played, though. Here's the pitch to Schneemann. It's a foul ball, and the count stays 2-2. He's played in 71 games. So, yeah, he's probably done. He's already passed the 65 game. So, once again, it'll be a 2-3 to Daniel Schneemann. Here's the pitch. That's a really nice pitch. That'll be the second out of the inning as he strikes out. Burke is throwing him some good stuff here. Got to adjust now. It'll be Austin Hedges, best hitter in the majors coming, by the way. If you don't think that, then you just don't know ball. Here's Austin Hedges coming up to the plate. He has a 1,229 OPS. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Yeah, Karam. Here's the 0-1 outside. So it'll be a 1-1 to Austin Hedges. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Burke to Hedges. Pitch. Down low, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. He got three guys looking. Holy cow. What an inning for Burke. And we'll go to the top of the third as he strikes out the side. Coming up to the plate will be Luis Robert, Andrew Vaughn, and Austin Slater. I'll be right back. Got 18 people tuned in. Appreciate you guys sticking around. We've been going well this stream. Still a commercial break. Got 6 likes now. Got a couple stuff. Here's the first pitch from Allen to Robert.
Nolan Jones making the
out of the inning. They didn't even show us the play. So 1 down. Robert is retired on 1 pitch. I got $200 from the Guardians. Let's go, Matthew. On money line, that pitch is in there for a strike to Andrew Vaughn, and the count is 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 from Allen to Vaughn. Upstairs, 1-1. What's going on, Kevin? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. What's going on, Allison? Let's go, Guardians. Yes. But you guys have not. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 from Logan Allen to Andrew Vaughn. Here's the 1-2 offering. Upstairs, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Down low, and the count is now full 3-2. Here's the payoff. Good pitch, but it's just a bit outside, ball 4. So runner on first, 1 down. The problem with Logan Allen, he just pitches so quick. That's good, buddy. Good at working. I'm good at work, and the line is down, though. I would stop by, man. Stop by. Here we go. Appreciate it, man. Here's the first pitch from Allen to Slater. He takes a strike inside, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Logan Allen to Austin Slater. I probably would get Here's the pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike, catches the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Evaluated in 2 weeks. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, the count is now 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder to Ramirez. Ramirez onto first. Makes the play. What a scoop by Carlos Santana. The second. Then scoop that. I mean, that's the second time with Slater. Yeah, that was a nice scoop by Santana. So runner on second, 2 down for the White Sox. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to Ramirez, and he'll have no play. That's going to be a bit of a lucky ground infield base hit for Miguel Vargas. That'll put runners on the White Sox. Coming up to the plate will be with in the first really pitch like on the ground. So here's Lenyn Souza coming up to the plate for the Chicago White Sox. Here's the pitch. Inside 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Souza. It's a ground ball foul, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1. Here's the pitch. Catches the inside corner, 1-2. We cannot continue to be fooled by Will Brennan. And a pickoff attempt as Vargas gets back safely to first. It'll be a 1-2 to Lenine Souza. Here's the pitch. And another pickoff attempt. Vargas save. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Swing and a foul. Count stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2. So Lenine Souza. Upstairs, 2-2. And Vargas steals second. Good job by Hedges to not try to get him steal and catch him steal. That's something he needs to learn. Here's the pitch. It's the foul ball again. Count stays 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Souza. Swing and a miss. Done swinging on a good breaking ball. That'll be the third out of the inning as Souza is retired. There we go. Souza. So we're at a commercial break. Coming up for the Guardians after the commercial break, it'll be Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, and Carlos Santana. When is why? What do you mean by that, Allison? When is why? If you guys do not, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Liking the video helps us in the algorithm and supports the channel more than anything. So yeah. This game. When is? Oh, they play tomorrow. They play at 1:10 tomorrow against the White Sox again. Yeah. We're back from commercial break. White Sox have 2 hits. The Guardians have 1. The Guardians do have that lead. Here's Kwan at the plate. That pitch is in the first strike over 1. 1:10, Allison. 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Here's the pitch to Kwan. Kwan hits it in the air. Foul. He just got out in front of it. That seems to be a common for hitters today. And even the White. It'll be an 0-2 from first to Kwan. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 from Sean Burke to Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to Vargas, and Vargas misplayed it, but the Kwan is still thrown out as he was able to corral just in time. So 1 down, nobody on. Game over. The game's not over, Allison. Yeah, he's out. Here's Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 offering to Ramirez. Down low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Jose Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 offering to Jose Ramirez. That pitch is outside, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 offering. Swung on a missed. The count is now full, 3-2. It'll be a payoff pitch to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. And he skies it into right field. Under it is Tauchman. He'll make the play for the second out of the inning. Last couple innings. It'll be Carlos Santana coming up to the plate. Yeah. Here's the pitch to Santana. Outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder foul, 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 from Sean Burke to Carlos Santana. Outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Santana. Fouled back, 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 to Carlos Santana. Santana with another foul ball. Count stays 2-2. Here's the pitch. Inside 3-2. Santana hits a fly ball, deep right field. It is gone. Carlos Santana with his second home run of the season, and the Guardians take a 3-1 lead. That'll heal some of the wounds in the Josh Naylor trade. There we go. That's what we needed. This is what we come for. This is what we come for. There we go. So the Guardians up 3-1 now. You have Santana. I guess so. Here's the pitch to Manzardo upstairs 1-0. That was a nice hit. Nice piece of hitting by Santana. It was no doubter, too. Held one down in the zone and was able to. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. In there for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 from Schonberg to Palmetto. In there for a strike 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Manzardo. Down low 2-2. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. Outside 3-2. Here's the payoff to Manzardo. Outside, ball 4. Good eye from Kyle Manzardo, and he'll take first base. So the Guardians will have a runner on first with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Coming up to the plate is the 6-hitter Nolan Jones, who walked it off. Oh, my bad. It's John Kenzie Noel, not Nolan Jones. My bad, guys. Here's the pitch. He's on deck. Upstairs 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Noel. Swung on a miss, and the count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Big Christmas. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul 1-2. He had a fastball to crush, and he knows he missed it. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a base hit for John Kenzie Noel. He's now 2 for 2, and there will be runners on first and second with 2 down. Now Nolan Jones will be coming up to the plate. Showing some offense late in the second. Here comes Nolan Jones at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, hitting 120 on the season with 0 home runs and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Bert to Jones. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, Santana had a solo homer. Jacob. It'll be an 0-2 from Sean Burke to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a grounder foul, and the count stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, the count is now 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 offering from Sean Burke to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Swing and a grounder foul. Keeps the inning alive. Here's the 2-2 from Sean Burke to Nolan Jones. Outside, 3-2. Burke is struggling with command. Here's the payoff pitch from Sean Burke to Nolan Jones. Upstairs, ball forward, bases loaded, 2 down. Here comes Gabriel Arias. Here we go. Bases loaded, 2 down for the Guardians. Arias coming up to hit. 4 straight have reached for Cleveland. We need a grand slam from Arias to push the agenda. All right, here we go. After the mound visit. Here's the first offering to Arias. Inside, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Sean Burke to Gavin Arias. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 from Burke to Arias. Here's the offering. It's going to be a line drive. It's going to be made. Good play there by the shortstop Amaya. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Guardians have a 3-1 lead in the up the pitch count of Sean Burke. So coming up for the White Sox, it will be Corey Lee, Michael Taylor, Jake Bamaya. New to baseball, Guardians, my family team. So glad I found your stream. I appreciate you listening from Ireland, Dare. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Dare or Dyer? But I appreciate you joining from Ireland. That's awesome. We do baseball content all year round. And I do Guardian streams more than any other team. I try to do Guardian streams almost every day. Here's the first offering to Corey in their first one. Here's the 0-1. It's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2 offering. It's another foul ball. Do I do Browns games? I used to do them. I am a Browns fan, but I usually don't stream football. But maybe we'll get a couple streams going this year. And that is swung on a miss. That was the first out of the inning as Lee is retired by a strikeout. Coming up to the plate will be Michael Taylor. That pitch is hit foul, and the count is 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a grounder to Arias to first. Got him. That'll be the second out of the inning. Good play by Gabriel Arias. Agenda, even though the agenda might be cooked. So it'll be Jake Bryant. 1-2 down for in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And that pitch is for a ball 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Jacob Amaya. Here's the next offering. It's a swing and a fly ball center field. Under it is Jones, and that'll be the third out of the inning as Amaya is retired. Right at the bottom of the fourth, became 3-1 lead. So hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video, would appreciate it very much. How many likes are we at now? We're at 11. We got our goal. How about our school gets 20 likes? Would appreciate that so much, everybody. Was Goldsmith with Cleveland or St. Louis before the Yankees? I can't remember. Oh, Goldsmith? Oh, he was with St. Louis. He was with the Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, he was with St. Louis. So we're just waiting for commercial break to come back. Coming up for the Guardians, it'll be Daniel Schneemann, Austin Hedges, and Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. It'll be a 1-0. The new pitcher for the that swung on and fouled off 1-1. The new pitcher for the White Sox is Mike Vasil. Here's the 1-1 from Vasil to Schneemann. Here's the pitch. No problem. It's going to be a line drive foul, 1-2. The Zico's carousel. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, and the count stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Schneemann. It's a swing and a fly ball to left field. Under it is Robert. He makes the play. Or no, that's Taylor. It's in center. It'll be Austin Hedges down, nobody on. There's Rugi Odor. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-0. That pitch is outside 2-0. That pitch is down low 3-0 to Hedges. That pitch is outside, ball 4. So good at bat there for Hedges. Runner on first. Here's the pitch to, oh my gosh, Kwan got hit. And he will be jogging to first. That cannot feel good. He's in some pain. Not great. And he'll go to first. Hit on the right shin area. Dare. It'll be Jose Ramirez at the plate with runners on first and second, 1 down. Big opportunity here for the Guardians. Here's the pitch down low, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Vasil to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. It's a pop foul. Is it playable, though? It is. Nice play by Vaughn, good defender. That'll be the second out of the inning. That's a pretty poor at bat from Jose Ramirez. Coming up to the plate will be Carlos Santana, though, with runners on first and second, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Santana. Down low, it's going to be a stolen base attempt, and it's going to be a double steal. Juan is safe at second. So runners on second and third, 2 down now for the Guardians. It's going to be a 1-0 to Santana. Here's the 1-0. Inside 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 to Santana. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike on a good changeup, 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Is it playable? Yep. Piss poor hitting. We'll head to the bottom top of the fifth. Unreal. It'll be Tauchman, Robert, and Vaughn. Just waiting for commercial break to end. Got 13 likes now. Appreciate the support, everybody. All right, we are back from commercial break. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 1-0. That pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 1-1. That pitch is swung and a missed again. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off. Count stays 1-2 to Talkman. Here's the 1-2 offering again from Logan Allen to Mike Talkman. The swing and a base hit. We're gonna pay. Deservingly so. How many chances against a piss poor team? What's going on, Coleman? How we doing? It'll be Luis Robert coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Robert. Swinging a pop. Santana under it in foul ground. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. Robert retired. Coming up will be Andrew Vaughn with the runner on first one down. In there for a strike, 0-1. That pitch is outside 1-1. Inside 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Outside 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a foul ball. Wants now full. Here's the payoff. It's a swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a good breaking ball. That'll be the second out of the inning. Is here's the pitch to Austin Slater. It's ground or foul. 0-1. That pitch is outside 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Outside 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball, deep left field. Going to get to the wall. Horrible defense. But Mike Talkman's not going to be able to score. He didn't a terrible jump. And it's going to be runners on second and third. Wow. I thought they would get a run. Horrible job right from nowhere. Horrible. Holy cow, that was bad. That didn't even hit the wall until it like bounced. I don't know about that. With bases with runners on second and third, it's gonna Logan Allen's done. They're gonna pull him. Vargas come. Guardians will make a pitching change. Allen did fine today. Didn't have the best defense again. If you guys have not hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. So just waiting for the top of the fifth to resume. We'll see who comes out of the bullpen for the Guardians. So for the Guardians, the new pitcher will be Paul Sewald, I believe this is. He's nice and ready. Here's the first pitch from Sewald to Vargas. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Paul Sewald to Vargas. Swing and a foul, 0-2. So it'll be an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That'll be the third out of the inning. Good job there by Paul Sewald. We'll head to the bottom of the Guardians have frequency. So appreciate everyone that's sticking around. So appreciate the 17 people still watching. Matt pitches upstairs, ball 1, 1-0. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. What's going on, Eagle? I'm gonna watch you do play for the Cavs as well as the Guardians. Let's see if we can get some Cavs. Yeah, appreciate you doing it. I do Guardians. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, and the count is 1-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering to Manzardo from Vasil. And fouls it. Count stays 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Good pitch by Vasil. That'll be the first out of the inning as Manzardo is retired. Manzardo's been slumping at the plate a little bit lately. Here's John Kenzie Noel at the plate. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball into center. Robert under it. He's got it for the second out of the inning. Noel is retired. That pitch is in there for a strike to Jones, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a grounder. It'll be the third out of the inning as he's thrown out. We'll head to the top of the sixth. He's supposed to be back to the point probably July, Justin. But how's it going, Justin? Appreciate you coming in. So, yeah. I probably will do the game tomorrow, Jacob. Yeah, I probably will. This game has been crazy. What's going on, Reed? I remember you from yesterday. Appreciate you joining. We'll see, Jacob. Yeah, I might do a couple Cavs playoff games. See what the like total is. We're at 16 likes. We're only 4 away from our goal. Let's go. We are back from commercial break. as we are headed to the top of the sixth. Thanks, I just came to like the stream. Appreciate it, Reed. Here's Lenine Souza at the plate. Cleveland. That pitch is outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1. It'll be a 1-1. Yes, I am, Justin. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. So it will be a 1-2 from Paul Siebold to Lenine Souza. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Count stays 1-2. Pitch is swung and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning as Souza is retired. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Paul Siebold to Corey. Here's the offering, down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Didn't go 2-2. Yeah, I want Hunter at 2. Why do you cheer for the Steelers if your dad roots for them? What are my thoughts on the torpedo bats? I don't think they make that much of a difference. The Yankees had one good series against the Brewers and haven't been able to hit ever since. That pitch is outside and the count is now full 3-2. That's just my opinion. Here's the 3. There you go. No, all 4. Seabold's just trying to be too picky with his pitches. He's just got to throw it. Like, what are we doing here? So runner on first, 1 down. Coming up to the plate, the White Sox, it'll be Nick Maton, the pinch hitter. What's going on, Rob? Appreciate you joining. My grandma is from Lake Erie. You know where that, yeah. And that pitch is. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. 0-2. I'm unfamiliar with the new torpedo bats. Can you explain? It's just a bigger barrel. That's pretty much what it is. Nothing to write home about. It'll be an 0-2 to Nick Maton. Here's the pitch. And a pickoff attempt. As Lee slides. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a pickoff. And he is he out? He's out. He's out at first. Corey Lee fell off the bag, and Santana was able to tag him out. He is now hurt. Yeah, he's riding the thing. Holding his left ankle. See what happened here. Yeah, he twisted his ankle while trying to slide. And then he came off the bag, and Santana tagged. Sniper got him. Yeah. James Wood hit another home run. Oh no, that was yesterday. So coming up to the plate for the Guardians, it'll be Nolan Jones, Gabriel Arias, and Daniel Schneemann. Luca is currently back in Dallas right now. And he's emotional, justifyingly so. We're back from commercial break. It'll be interesting to see who the White Sox bring out to pitch out of the bullpen, unless they go with the same pitcher, which I doubt. So we're back from commercial break. They're just showing the announcers right now, so nothing crazy going on. So the new pitcher, it won't be a new pitcher. I think it's the same pitcher as. It'll be a new catcher though. I mean, for the Chicago White Sox. Well, I'm saying not Nolan Jones. My fault. LeBron. Here's the pitch. In their first week, they counted. I mean, if you go off last year's playoffs, maybe Luca. Allen left for the White Sox. 0-1 to Arias, who's in a slump. He could hit the backside. It'll be an 0-2 to Arias. It's a grounder foul. It'll be an 0-2 outside. Looks like the catcher Thice got crossed up a bit there. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Did he go? I don't think so. And the count is now 2-2. Hit that like button. Helps the channel out. Here's the 2-2 offering. It's a ground ball to first. You got him. Nice play there by the second baseman, Lenny. So that'll be the first out of the inning. This Arias agenda absolutely cooked. Here's Daniel Schneemann at the plate. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. That's deep. That's carrying. Robert makes the play for the second out of the inning in left center. Oh, carried. Two down, nobody on it. Here's the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Hedgie should just go for the fences here. Pitches in there for a strike. WAR is wins above replacement. That's pretty much how valuable you are to your team, like how many wins you've contributed to. Here's wait. Hedgie should have just taken one for the team there. I see Terry Falcone is getting flamed on. The 2-2. And he fouls it off. Here's the pitch. Outside 3-2. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball again. Nice at bat from Austin Hedges. I don't know how many people are at the game right now. And I know it's a very small crowd, though. I mean, the weather is just very unappealing. Did he go? No, he took a walk. Another walk for Hedges today. And a runner on first with 2 down coming up to the plate will be Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch to Kwan. In there for a strike, 0-1. Travis Bazan is killing it in Double-A. He'll be in Triple-A sooner rather than later. Here's the pitch to Quan. Fouled back, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Quan. He's been behind the count all game today. It's going to be a grounder to Vasil. He makes the play. That'll be the third out of the inning. Quan is now 0 for 2. We'll head to the top of the seventh. I hated last year's scoreboard on Valley. I didn't mind it. I'll be honest. It's a bit more simple this year, but I think the Valley scoreboard gets a little too much hate. And I'm not advocating for Valley. I'm not a fan of them. No, it's Valley. They got. So Valley sports didn't last at all. For the White Sox, it'll be Jacob Amaya, Mike Talkman, and Luis Robert hitting. We are back from commercial break. See who comes out to pitch for Cleveland. My guess is Cade Smith. Hunter Gaddis. Makes sense it's not Smith, I guess. He threw 30 pitches yesterday. The first pitch from Gaddis to Amaya in their first strike in the count is 0-1. Gaddis has a 0 ERA this year, 4 and 1/3 innings, 3.6, 1.43 Oakland average. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Here's the next offering to Amaya. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. I think that was a slider. And 2. Austin Hedges walked 6 times all last season. He's already walked 4. Here's the 1-2 to Amaya. Did he go? Didn't. 2-2. Is that Dan Iasanya at first? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. That'll be the first out of the inning as Amaya is retired. I don't know why Amaya is in the major. They had Brandon Shue last year. He sucked. Some former top 200 prospect, which just wasn't getting the job done. Adam Beck is the home plate umpire for this game today. First off, Talkman upstairs for a ball, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Talkman. Catches the outside corner, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Mike Talkman. Swing and a miss, 1-2. This game is going this game's been so last 5 minutes. Everybody's just left, and I can't blame them. It'll be a 1-2 to swing and a foul. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball and a changeup. It's a blooper. Arias can't make the play. It's going to be a 1-out save for Talkman. It'll be Luis Robert up at the plate. LeBron has his own Barbie doll. That pitch is fouled off by Robert, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Robert. Swinging a foul again. It'll be an 0-2 to Robert, who's just not hitting well this season. Outside 1-2. Down low 2-2. It's going to be a wild pitch. Bachman will advance to second. Here's the 2-2 offering to Luis Robert. Swinging a grounder to Ramirez. Ramirez on to first. He makes the play for the second out of the inning, and Robert is retired. Talkman is not able to advance from second. The Andrew one coming up to the I think I'm actually more scared than Robert right now. Tim Herron warming up in the pen. I'm assuming he'll be the man in the eighth. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. Swinging a grounder foul, 1-2. How are we doing? Appreciate you joining the stream. Here's the 1-2 offering to Andrew Vaughn. Okay. Congrats. Swing and a miss on a good changeup. That'll be the third out of the inning. I mean, Vaughn was absolutely fooled there. Man, what a pitch by Gaddis. What? Carlos. lead us off. Or will it be Jose Ramirez? My bad. So appreciate the 9 people that are tuned in. So Ramirez, Santana, Manzardo. We have a troll, of course. Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite MLB team? So here we go. We are back from commercial break as the Guardians get set to hit once again in the bottom of the 7th now as the pitch Chicago White Sox. Too sure who it's going to be. Jose Ramirez coming up to hit. The new pitcher will be Penn Murphy for the White Sox. Here's the first offering from Murphy. Got a bit of a sidearm, and that pitch is fouled off by Jose. Oh. Here's the 0-1 from Murphy to Ramirez. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Jose. Swing and a fly ball. Is it playable? No, it's in the stands. So it'll be an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. Pretty poor at bat for Ramirez. That'll be the first out of the inning. What do you mean? Tennessee got their asses kicked. Here's the pitch. Lined foul by Santana, 0-1. I'm literally. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. It'll be an 0-1 to Santana. Outside, 1-1. What a bandwagon. Yeah. I mean, to not root for my school? Come on. Here's the pitch, but I would have rooted for whoever won, I'll be honest. Down low, 2-1. I get a choice. Josh Jennings 2 for his last 29. Torpedo bats. No good. Here's the pitch. Fly ball by Santana. Deep, but it's playable. and that is caught by Talkman for the second out of the inning. Cameraman made it was going 30 feet. Oh, see the second they lost. They stink, bro. They stink. It'll be Kyle Manzardo up at the plate. Down low, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Manzardo. It's a homer if he stayed on the Twins. Yeah, okay. He hit a homer earlier. I mean, Twins are dog manure. Here's the pitch. Manzardo hits a fly ball deep center field. Robert going back. And he makes another nice play. That's short. It's the second one in the last 2 innings. And that'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the eighth. For the White Sox, it'll be Austin Slater, Miguel Vargas, and Dean Souza. They're 2-10 in conference play, Ohio State. They suck. They're 0-12 away. Like, they've lost 5 in a row. I mean, they're just terrible. So, I knew they didn't have any pitchers. They're literal pitcher this year. They're like their opening day starter was like one of the relievers last year because they had nobody to start. They had to put one of their best relievers to starter because they had nobody. That's how bad it was. So, every state won 38 today. It's a nobody school in baseball. So, just waiting for the top of the eighth to begin. All right, how we doing? Let's go Guards. Yes, sir. Any home runs? Santana had a home run in the 4th or 5th inning. I can't remember. Here's Austin Slater at the plate. Coming into the pit to pitch for the Guardians. It's not going to be Tim Herron. It's Jacob Junis. That pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, what? How's the rookie doing? Good rookie. For the Guard. Which one? Manzardo? Manzardo's not a rookie, but is that who you mean? Like, that's not good. I'm confused. And that pitch is outside 1-1. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Manzardo, he had a walk today, but he has not looked amazing at the plate other than that. He had a deep fly ball his last at bat, though, avoiding track by Robert. Here's the 1-2 to Slater. That's a good pitch. That's going to get him looking. That's the first out of the inning. Great breaking ball. Slater usually hits the pitch. He's facing a righty there. No, he was a rookie last year. He had too many plate appearances to qualify this year. We're playing the team. Bro, here's the pitch. Inside 1-0. I mean, it's a common mistake. Ryan's good. It'll be a 1-0 to Vargas. Here's the pitch. That pitch is just a bit low, 2-0. I don't know if they ate for breakfast. Yeah, sure. It's a line drive caught by Ramirez. What a play. That'll be the second out of the inning. As he Vargas of extra bases. Coming up to hit will be Lenine Souza, the fifth hitter. Okay, there's Social Security. Do we need to know when they got their last haircut too? Here's the pitch to Souza outside 1-0. It'll be a 1 to Souza. Here's the pitch. And let's strike 1-1. Outside 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit outside, 3-1. Flip the bit for Guardians game. Maybe Jacob, one of the guys up here, Jacob Fredericks, will be going to a guards Pirates game too. That pitch is fouled back, and the count is now 4-3-2. The Friday game if you pull up. There we go. Here's the pitch. Inside in the count, and it's ball 4. We'll see, John. We will see. Miss the good old days. Yeah, the Indians, I miss them too. We all miss the Indians. Lofton, Pascal, Alomar Jr., Bell, Murray, Ramirez. Yep. Legend. Kenny Lofton was so underrated. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. I still think when we traded for Schilling, we would have won it all. Yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about this drought, man. What's all their addresses? I don't know. I wish I was around for that time, but we're back from commercial break. It'll be Matt Thaiss, the catcher, hitting now for the White Sox. It'll be Tim Herron now pitching for Cleveland. Coming up to the plate will be Matt Thaiss, the catcher. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. White Sox come back. Okay, dude. I know you like the White Sox. You talk about the White Sox nonstop. It'll be a 1-0 to Matt Thaiss. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Good fastball. Here's the 1-1 to Matt Thaiss. Did he go? He did. 1-2. Yeah, they're kind of competing. You know, they're still not great though. They're still gonna have like 50 wins, but you know. Here's the 1-2 to Matt Thice. Down low, 2-2. Competing is bold. Didn't the Twins lose to the White Sox? It'll be a 2-2 to Matt Thice. Here's the pitch. Is it a fair ball or a foul ball? It's a foul ball. It'll be a 2-2 to Matt Thice. How? We're winning. What do you mean? You need like you see the eye doctor. That's a foul ball. That's nice. Destroyer. Who else do you need in your parlay? You said you need the Guardians, of course, but did you say who else? You have the script. Yeah, okay. And I have the script. The Twins are finishing in 5th. Here's the 2-2. Just a bit inside. The count is cool. No. Foul ball again. Count stays full. 4th, don't be disrespectful. Okay. Need Boston and Kansas City to win. There we go. Did you put I don't know if I asked this. Oh, yeah, I think I did. Never mind. It was like if you put a lot of buck on it. Or then Closet will close the door. Yeah, hopefully. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder foul. Don't know how much we should Jose. But he's still pretty good, of course. Yeah. I mean, we weren't too tough against the Angels and the Padres, but hey, hopefully we can get back on track. Here's the pitch. It's ball 4. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Good at bat from Thice. He was just fouling off everything. It was over 50K betting. Or just what's going on, Tanvir? How's it going? Appreciate you joining. No, Kansas City is not losing. 0-0. Yeah. They're really good. They got talent for days. We're one like away from our goal. Would appreciate it, guys. To get 20 likes. I've made 300 off betting, so now 100 hard times, dang. So the NL was pretty good. Yeah, the NL is pretty good this year. They got some pretty good teams, especially the NL West. Even the Giants are playing really well. John Yes likes the Twins, even though he's not even close to Minnesota. Did very stupid things. You're gambling half my money. Yeah, that's not a great decision to make there, Tanvir. I only bet football now. I don't bet any other sports anymore. Coming up to the plate for the White Sox will be a new hitter, Baldwin. Getting 250 with a homer, 5 RBIs, and a 241 OPS. On base percentage. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Exactly, destroyer. It'll be an 0-1 to Baldwin. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. I just bet football. I've barely bet anything. The last bet I placed was on March Madness. I won those 2, but that's the last bet I placed since like the Super Bowl. Here's the pitch to Baldwin. It's a ground ball to Arias. Arias to first. Got him. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Gabriel Arias makes a great play defensively, and we'll go. Maybe not great, but good play. We'll hit the bottom of the Yeah, it's not a great decision, man. Problem is, I do like 15. Why? Why so many games? That just makes it more tricky. You put a lot of money on those? Let's make it back in the twice as lose betting into a company or living right, man. Yeah, exactly. Destroyer. Even though Destroyer is a 10-legger, it's going looking good so far though. So 4 picks. Yeah, that's fine. Represent, yes, sir. Representing Kent State. I'm Kent State Golden Flash. Gambling. Yeah, that's gambling. I would have won over 200K if it wasn't for my teams up large. Then I'm going just for $10. Yeah. Wake up in misery. Yeah. Gotta find that's always gonna make money and not a 50-50. I wouldn't be stunned if they were rigged, but for the most part, probably not. I don't know. New pitcher coming in the White Sox. It'll be Fraser Ellard, who has a 6.75 ERA in 4 games this year and an 0-1 record. 4 innings, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 0.91. So here's the pitch from Ellard to Noel. Good Christmas. Did he go? He did. 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Noel to Ellard. Noel does not maybe win. It'll be an 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball foul. 0-2. Big Christmas. Yes. He's getting good pitches to hit. He's just missing. Someone going through something that the media doesn't know about. Would have hit this parlay. Yeah, that was tough. I heard about that. Did Big Christmas go? We did. That'll be the first out of the inning. As Dan Iasanya, I believe, there at first calls him out. So Big Christmas retired. Will be Nolan Jones. Even their greatest of all time. Exactly. Think about LeBron James, though. He hasn't scored under 10 points. Who knows how long? Like decades. It's crazy. Rubber Ducks are giving away ugly Christmas is July. There we go. Christmas in July. Here's the pitch to Jones. In there for a strike, but calls it a ball. So I don't know. That was definitely a strike. It'll be a 1-0 to Jones. Yep. Argue. Swing and a miss. You get a raise. Colase warming up in the pen is expected. Here's the pitch to Jones. Inside 2-1. They ain't warm like us, bro. They make millions a year. Yep. They do make millions. So here's the 2-1 up high, 3-1. Good eye from Jones. Maybe the Guardians can somehow sneak in a run here for insurance. Get his first save. Which is crazy. I don't think he has a save it. Pitch. Outside ball 4. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. Bazana hit a home run. I think they got a bunch of things going on in their life. It's pretty. I don't bet baseball. It's just too tricky for me to bet. Coming up to the plate with a runner on first with 1 down is Gabriel Arias. Debate so much, but the stadium's half empty. Correct. I mean, this stadium's way more than half empty tonight. There's like nobody here in Progressive Field. It's so cold. especially in the States. Yeah. That pitch is upstairs, ball 1-0, and we're going to have a mound visit. Look at if their mind isn't right leading. Right. That's another risk. Like, you don't know how they're feeling coming into a game. Like, so many risks going when it comes to gambling. And yeah, heated seats would be nice. Probably cost too much money. Dolan. We didn't even want to spend on any money in this offseason other than Paul Siegel. Like Scott Barlow last year, that's all he really did. He's more than this play. Here's the 1-0 to Arias from Ellard. Swinging a foul ball. Is it playable? No. 1-1. Do I got the scores for the Boston game? Top of the fourth, still. It's still the top of the fourth, 0-0 in the Royals Twins game. Yeah, John. I mean, you too, bro. Runners on first and second, 2 down for the Twins. That pitch is in there for a strike. Good breaking ball by Ellard, 1-2. Look at the Red Sox, though. 1-1 in the bottom of the eighth. Red Sox have a runner on first, nobody out. Here's the 1-2 to Arias and a pickoff attempt as Jones slides in safely. I think baseball should be shortened this season. Yeah, they make a lot of money off those tickets. Here's the pitch. Outside, he's going to try to steal, and he is out. Over the second out of the inning. The Red Sox to score here, yeah. All leads went to court advertising. So 2 down. Jones was caught. Jones may have gotten there, but he slid past the bag, I think. Darn. Oh, I mean, you put all that money on Kent State. Yeah, Jones had his right arm on, but it came off, so he's out. So it'll be a 2-2 to Arias with nobody on, 2 down. Outside 3-2. So it'll be a payoff pitch to Gabriel Arias coming up here. Yeah, it is a lot, Ryan. The red gambling is either good or bad depending on your limit. Yep, mostly bad. Pitches outside, calls it a strike for strike 3. That'll be the third out of the inning. And Clase, bring on Clase, as Matt Underwood says. We'll head to the top of the 9th. And Logan Allen got called. I know too much. Here comes Clase. The White Sox have 2 more hits than the Guardians today. They have 5. The Guardians have 3. So. Or your knowledge, Rockies lost. Are you Rockies fan too, Ryan? The Rockies play the Brewers at 8:40. They're 2-8 though. Not surprising. Colorado just doesn't know how to run a baseball team. They think they're good, but they're not. You like the logo? Understandable. So we're gonna head to the top of the 9th here. We're gonna bring on Emmanuel Clase. Shut them out. Yep, hopefully. Here comes Emmanuel Clase coming up to the plate. called the Rocky Mountain, but yeah, I'll definitely come back around and listen. I don't got any way to watch them. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, Destroyer, most likely. The Guardians, White Sox. Here's Jacob Amaya at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Jose to Jacob Amaya in their first strike in the inside corner. 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Clase to Amaya. Clase is a 5.4 ERA this season. And that's a base hit. Run on first, nobody out. Yikes, Clase. He just doesn't have it, man. What happened to this guy? Like, honestly, what happened? He just got so predictable. Oh, it'll be Mike Tauchman coming up to the plate. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Inside 1-0. The pitch. Swinging and foul. 1-1. Hopefully, Destroyer. Bang. Okay. They didn't even score yet, but bang. The heater. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder foul, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 from Emmanuel Clase to Mike Tauchman. Here's the pitch. Down low. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Tauchman. It's a foul ball. Here's the pitch. Foul ball again. Here's the 2-2 to Tauchman. So the base hit. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Time to make a closer change. I don't know, maybe John. Time to make a closer change. I would just he just lost it mentally ever since the whatchamacallit game. Tigers game of the playoffs. Here's Luis Robert at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Swing and a miss again by Robert, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 from Clase to Robert. This algorithm cannot break this. Here's the 0-2. Swung on a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning. Robert just lost at that at bat. And Clase went to the same location 3 straight times and got the out. So runners on first and second, 1 down for the Chicago White Sox. So big out there. Coming up to the plate will be Anthony Bond. This won't be an easy match. Here's the pitch to Vaughn. Down low 1-0. Hit that like button if you guys are not. Would appreciate it very much. Hopefully we can get a double play. That'd be nice. Here's the 1-0 to Vaughn. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-0. We're at 20 likes. I appreciate it, everybody. Let's go. Got to our goal. It'll be a 2-0 from Clase to Vaughn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a good breaking ball. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Clase to Vaughn. That's a good pitch, but just a bit outside. 3-1. Good take by Vaughn. And it's ball 4. Bases loaded, 1 down. Coming up to the plate will be the number 3 hitter. And Carl Bowles will come out. So the number 3 hitter, Twins up 1-0. Yeah, I know. Pain. It would be Austin Slater. Well, they'll probably pinch hit. If he blows this, you might have to make a closing change. He has not completed the save yet this year. He's 0 for 3 now. If you gotta consider something. Yeah. Here's Austin Slater at the plate. So it will be Slater. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Emmanuel Clase to Austin Slater. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike as well, 0-2. Pitch is just a bit outside, 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 down, 1-2 count, Austin Slater. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would really appreciate it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a high fastball. That'll be the second out of the inning as Slater's retired. Coming up to the plate will be Miguel Vargas. Loaded, 2 down. Big spot here. Here's the first offering. Swing and a grounder. It's a base hit. It's going to tie the game. Or no, what happened? Oh my gosh. It's over. The Guardians are going to win it. It was a base hit from Vargas, but the runner at second got hurt. Talkman. Oh my gosh. Togman got hurt while running, and he couldn't go. The Guardians are going to win it. And another piss poor performance from Emmanuel Clase, but the Guardians win by a final score of 3-2. What the hell happened? I should be cheering about this win, but I'm pissed because Clase, if he keeps pitching like this, we're screwed. Holy cow. He pulled it. Yeah. They caught a break. If that didn't happen, the game is for sure tied because Togman's quick. Wow. Unbelievable. The Guardians are going to win it. John Yes and shambles. Maybe we should time out John Yes. The game's over, John Yes. It's over. What do you mean? So cold out. Yep. Well, the Guardians will go for a sweep tomorrow. They get the win today, but just not encouraging, man. I mean, holy cow. What in the world? But Clase, yep. Hater and shambles. Let's go. He has to heat up. It's just not good though. I mean, he's got better than this. I mean, oh god, it's just not encouraging to watch Clase just pitch his poor every single time he's out there. I mean, holy cow. I mean, what is going on with him? It's just not good enough. Yeah. We'll take it though. What if they're tanking on purpose? The White Sox. What if these players are being paid to tank? Yeah, no fun pitching in the cold. But even in the warm, he was struggling. The Chicago White Sox are stinky. That's tough for the White Sox. That is a crazy way to end a ball game. Like Talkman, man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal for Mike Talkman. What's going on, May? No way. Just watch it. I know. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I'm not going to do the Twins. There's already someone else doing play-by-play. Sorry, John. I'm not getting any views if I do the Twins. I'll make that. Yeah, no problem, man. If you guys have not, please hit the subscribe button for you. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video, we do a ton of baseball content on this channel. We try to get game content out as much as possible. So yeah. So maybe we'll call Brewers Rockies. I don't know. I will be right back, guys. I'll be done with this one. We might be going live for Brewers Rockies just because. What's going on, Kenny? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. I don't know what we'll do. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we do another. Might do another live stream tonight. So. But yeah, the Guardians win. Just wanted to, talk for a couple of minutes after the game, the post game. So yeah. I mean, good. I was going to do two friends. Are you still able to do that tonight? We can do that. We can do that, Kenny. So, well, Claze almost blew the game, Jacob, and we Miguel Vargas had a base hit. It was to tie the game. It was bases loaded, and Mike Tauchman, the tying runner, got hurt. He hurt his hammy and couldn't get the home plate. I mean, it was bad. So it was bad for the White Sox, not for us. So, of course, Claze almost blew the game. Yeah. Appreciate everyone that's hit the like button. If we would maybe around 9:30. Yeah, for sure, Kenny. I think it would be on your channel. I see we haven't done Two Friends Talking Sports, an episode on yours in 2 months on your channel. So. Still doing I should be, Jacob. Yeah, I should be. Oh, yeah, that's right, Kenny. I'll set up the stream then. I mean, we could get a good crowd tonight. We got a lot of subscribers the last couple of days. Maybe some people will pop in. So. Probably will text you morning if you're still doing the game. Yeah. I'll be doing the game probably. Yeah, that's fine. Who gets 32 points? Yeah, I knew he'd go off tonight. He's inspired. But I'll stay live for a couple more minutes if anybody has anything else some stuff they want to say. A good job by the Guardians to get a win today. They take care of business. It wasn't pretty, but it doesn't need to be pretty in baseball. So you love Luca? Yeah, Luca's great. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna. Well, yeah, we will actually be live again at 9:30. We'll be live for the Two Friends Talking Sports podcast. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys there. If anybody else is still even watching the stream. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Guardians won. We got over our goal for our likes. And yeah, appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. I'm out, guys. Peace.